That's an interesting question because I'm the sole owner of StartupBus, and the benefit of that actually has a big cost, which is I'm also the ultimate decision maker, and I'm the ultimate person liable and responsible. So it's not like something that I can just walk away from. And so StartupBus is something that's kind of really grown with me and my own personality. So for example, when I worked in venture capital, I learned some very useful things that I then applied in that year's StartupBus. And I'm really proud of the fact that this year's director, Ray, was on the 2012 StartupBus the same year that I was in venture capital. And he built a startup called WasteBits that's still going on to this day. And I'll never forget the email he sent me on how much I inspired him. And he specifically mentioned things that I had put into the program of StartupBus that I'd learned from my days working at Charles River Ventures. So along the way, I've grown as a person, and my own personality has kind of like changed the direction of where startup is going. It's evolved into a competition that we've now run. We run once a year in multiple continents. Right now, we're only doing it in Europe and America, but really America's kind of been the core of it. It's a community. It's an informal community, but it's a very strong community as well around the world. And in terms of where it goes, one thing I've been really focused on is making StartupBus sustainable. And to me, there's three aspects of that. Cash flow, of course, to be able to pay for costs, and I want to be able to pay for salaries for people to run it. Governance, so a decision-making framework that doesn't involve a founder being involved. And what was the third thing? I think it was strategy. I forget. But anyway, clearly the first two are the ones that I've spent the most of my time thinking about. Sorry, people. Having the right people running the organisation. So we've now evolved it where we've actually got StartupBus sustainable from a people point of view. It's running every year with that, my active involvement, which is actually a big deal. The cash flow thing's been up and down, and there's a lot to be said about that, but we don't need to go into that right now. But then the third thing is the governance, and so 3 years ago I got a board of directors elected by the community, and it's been running now for 3 years. We've actually had the first full rotation now, so there's been like a new generation of board directors come in, and they own the strategy and the leadership of StartupBus. And even though my voice is a lot heavier than everyone else's, just because I'm the founder, if I was to be theoretically hit by a bus, StartupBus could continue to operate without me. And we're still fully transitioning the organisation to do that, and I'm still involved, but for me to have StartupBus be sustainable, the founder needs to be completely removed from not just the operations, but also just from people thinking the founder needs to be involved. So that's kind of the journey StartupBus, the organisation, has been involved in, because I'm probably more involved than people realise. But post that, we've had a lot of interesting discussions at the board, and there's something that we're going to pilot actually next week, which I'm excited to